That you smell.
Yeah, to take a shower.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. It's Matt. It's Michael.
Hello.
It's Renee off camera for a second.
Smelling.
As this year is only got a couple days left. What a year it's been, right?
No, crazy year, dude. I mean, you can see, the year in review actually.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Check that out on our YouTube page.
2021 year in review video.
It's crazy
on Downtime TV YouTube channel actually. So go check it out.
Doesn't it feel longer when you watch it?
Oh my god, it feels
dude. Like
5 years.
Like 5 years.
The late compounds highlights, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that was like 2 summers ago.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it doesn't even feel like it was this year.
I know.
unbelievable. So definitely,
it's been a lot. It's been good.
Definitely check that out. And before we get started, sad note in the NFL yesterday. John Madden passes away at 85. Obviously, legendary broadcaster and coach, and of course, we all know about the video game. But just very ironic that they just debuted the documentary on Fox on Christmas, and then a few days later he passes away. So I mean, the impact that this guy had, of course, when someone dies, it seems like sometimes they're built up a little bit, but with Madden, you could just tell that that's a real thing. Every single person connected in the football world, even in the sports world. I was watching the Warriors local broadcast. They brought it up randomly because he's from the area. It touched so many people. Everybody knows Madden.
I think, dude, more if you really think about it, it's like a big loss for the sports world.
Yes.
Not just the NFL.
Right.
Because like you just said, dude, I mean, if they're talking, the Warriors are now announcers are talking about it. And obviously he's from there too, so that has something to do with it. But like, dude, everybody knows Madden. Everybody knows John Madden. Been playing the video game since 03. I remember the first Madden I got was 03 with Marshall Faulk on the cover.
The old days,
for Xbox.
And I was just talking about this with you before the show. Just there's not many people that nobody could say anything bad about, and he's one of those people.
Yep. Yeah. No scandal or anything with him. No crazy or sketchy headlines while he was coaching in the NFL.
Right.
Even as a broadcaster, how much trouble did some of these broadcasters get?
Not a racist. Not an actual racist, low key. You know what I mean? Like
no. I mean, because even think about the position that like Buck is on Fox right now. Remember that whole thing with Randy Moss way back in the day when he mooned him and he that was like a big You know what I mean? He doesn't even have anything like that. And then people don't know because we just think about the video game.
His record.
It's unbelievable. He has the highest winning percentage in NFL history.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I.
Yeah, his record is ridiculous.
I mean,
what is his record?
It's like 1-something in 40.
His winning percentage, I think, is over 700.
It's the highest ever. Yeah,
and I want to say he made it to the.
He has a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he has one Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and he made it to the conference championship game. I think 7 out of the 10 years at the very minimum. And to get to that conference championship game year in and year out, just keep fighting. And it was just, you could see the passion, all the footage of him on the sidelines. And it's just crazy too. Like once he won that Super Bowl, I think he coached one more year and then he just said he didn't have it in him anymore. And the fact that, he wasn't even actually looking forward to broadcasting. He didn't want to do it at first, did a couple games and then was just all in. Next thing you know, he's a legendary broadcaster for 30 years. I mean, you don't see a story like that. So I just recommend anybody who hasn't seen, the Madden, documentary on Fox, check it out. I believe they're re-airing one this weekend. I'm sure it's on demand, as well as NFL Network had some great, A Football Life and some other documentaries about his former Raider team. So definitely recommend checking that out.
Also makes a cameo in the Little Giants. I don't know if anybody remembers.
Oh yeah.
Whenever they show up with the Cowboys team,
yes,
it's like Emmitt Smith,
yep,
all those guys. But dude. Tough loss.
Yeah.
Sorry to see him go.
85 though.
Yeah, that's
great
the thing.
life.
That's the thing.
A good football life too.
And it's nice that he got to see his thing premiere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that would have been a shame if he didn't see the finished product.
I know.
Of this. Obviously, they've been working on it for a couple of years, and it's just like as sad as it is, it's like it's good that he was able to get that on the way out. It almost is like symmetrical in a sense.
The record 103, 32, and 7.
Yeah.
And to top that off, I mean, it's just like the fact that he was able to work without any problems with Al Davis, who's one of the hardest people to work with all these years with the Raiders. No problems. They're like best friends. So you don't really see that. And definitely also, anybody out there who has ESPN Plus, they do have the documentary on Al Davis versus the NFL. Highly recommend that one as well. And of course, Madden's involved with that one too. They did a really good job with that. So definitely check those out. So RIP to John, and obviously condolences to his family and everybody who's touched obviously by his loss. And let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
All right.
And they actually did.
Yeah, wow. They saw LeBron at center, huh?
Yeah.
It was kind of
off.
Were you a little nervous yesterday? 9-point win.
No, honestly. And I just think the fact, it just shows his greatness that he's able to step in. Obviously he hasn't been a center his whole career ever since he started playing basketball, but people are out. He needs to do what he needs to do. They wanted him to to guard Christian Wood because, he's one of the Rockets' best players.
Yeah, I love Christian Wood.
The Lakers defeat the Rockets 132-123. LeBron 30-point triple-double. Westbrook 24, 12, and 11 as well. So he gets a triple-double.
Did you hear what he said the other day?
Something about what was it exactly?
He said you're gonna think it's a total cop out. Like it's like what that dude said. A Tiger said about him. It's like a similar thing. You think how Tiger said that. So it's not like people aren't gonna come down on him as much if he doesn't play, or if he does, it's like, oh wow, what a good job. Russell Westbrook said it's hard. It's like impossible to average 25 and 10 or whatever, 25 and 15 that he was doing. And he said, I know I've done it, but it's like impossible to do. But it's like, dude, that's what you got paid for, though.
Yeah. No, it's just,
and if you're not going to do that, you could at least do 20 and 10, though. You shouldn't be. Did you the shot last night off the top of the backboard, dude? Literally, he hit the top of the backboard.
It just looks like he's out of control.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the only thing I can think of when I watch the play, dude. He's just out of control.
Yeah, no, he's
all over the place, bro. He plays too. It's too.
Malik
fast.
Monk is looking good though.
Malik Monk looks great. Else. I think he had 25.
Big dunk.
And the thing is, they need his athleticism, his 3-point shooting, his defense, and it's just like, of course, like you needed a win here in the worst way, losing 5 in a row, but 123 points to the Rockets. That obviously shows some defensive woes for sure. But I think that's going to be the whole thing going forward here, who they can bring in to help on the defensive end, because really right now it's just LeBron and Monk. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I guess Davis when he's healthy, but he's going to be out a while. Westbrook's, not great on defense. And, you'll take what Westbrook did last night other than, 2 for 6 from the line. Like we've seen him struggle from there before. But he should be shooting better there. But 10 of 17 and only 2 3-pointers, making them both. I mean, I don't know how many more times we're going to see that. And then Melo to have 4 threes, 24 points. They obviously needed that as well. And then more on that Horton Tucker. I don't know what's up with him this year.
That's your boy.
He's not scoring, not getting the job done, but I still believe in him. I love him on defense as well. But
he's scrappy.
The only thing with him is, and I don't want to let him go. He's very young. I think he's still 21, whatever it is, 20. You might have to trade him, because who else are you going to give up that someone's actually going to want to trade for other than Malik Monk? But I think you need him. So, I mean, they're definitely in a tough spot here, but, you get the win, last night. And I think it's just, a step in the right direction, because you start with.
They need to take a couple more steps in the right direction.
Yeah. But like I said, you'll take it. You'll take it. Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
you should have obliterated them. Not for nothing, though.
Yeah, but dude, it's just, I don't know.
How about LeBron getting dunked on like that on Christmas Day? I just saw that yesterday. I don't know how I missed that.
I mean, I don't even think I actually even saw that, honestly.
It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
He was walking away.
It's tough. It's help defense too. So
the only thing I saw
happens
is
to
that
everybody.
the last 10 games he's averaging 29.7, 8.9 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.6 blocks, 1.7 steals, shooting 55% from the floor. But I don't know.
They need someone though.
I just try to understand it. And I just don't get, just generally speaking, like why, like just from a general perspective, like even though he's 37, he's balling out. Like, why is there still so many people so ready to like just jump on him? I don't get that.
I think
really
it's
don't
his
get
personality, though.
But his
Barnes,
personality.
you know?
But think about how many worse people in sports we've had. He doesn't attack anybody. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna choose him out of everybody else. Like it's like
I think that it's.
I think it's jealousy.
I think a lot of people don't like where he like his comments about certain things and like topics in the world.
And just certain things over time of his career, the chosen one tattoo,
dude, the decision, you know, how many
the decision, obviously, yeah,
that.
I don't know, just certain things like that. I feel like, but then, like you said, it's jealousy too, and a lot of people, you know, like I still think Jordan and even Kobe, to be honest, like have had better careers, winning careers than LeBron, right? And like, there's certain arguments you can make that Kobe and those dudes are just more of killers, where LeBron's a more overall better player, right?
IQ, you're saying like
no, LeBron's just like he's better overall in he's good at a lot of different things. Yeah. Whereas like Kobe, the Jordans, the Wilts, they specialized. They were special in certain things. So it could be jealousy with LeBron, you know, like, you know, he's 37. He's the closest person to, you know, question Jordan, you know, bring the question up, right. You know, because I've talked about with Matt, like Kobe, everyone says is like 2.0 Jordan.
Right.
So he's like, that's Kobe's thing. Like he's the second Jordan, basically, you know, where LeBron is this dude who's like, is he Magic? Is he this? Is he that? And he's breaking all these records, and he will probably break all the records by the time he's said and done. I just think people won't be able to get over certain antics and stuff. But dude, I used to say that. I used to not like Kobe, right? And then I realized I didn't appreciate him.
Right.
And I think there's going to be a lot of people too that
when he retires,
when they wake up and Christmas Day, I mean October, I call it Christmas, but October NBA starts again, and LeBron's not suiting up for the
that'll be a weird. That'll be a weird day.
People are going to really start missing him.
Dude, the other thing too, he's been in the limelight for so long, bro. Since 2003,
he'll get more love, dude, when he's leaves.
Well, and I think one thing that's just being completely overlooked is the fact that literally nobody that's ever played this game has performed at the level he's performing at this age. It's not even close. This many years in the league and this age, no one's even touched it. And it's like no one even talks about that because everybody's so shut this, shut that, and like it's just like
and that's it. But he puts a target on his back when he does that. Like it or not, it might not be
he does it right or wrong. He did it to himself with that.
That's what happens.
I think, like I said, when he does retire, there will be a lot more people who love LeBron and respect.
I always liked him a little bit,
or just like they might not like him anymore, but will admit like he's the greatest ever.
That's the thing too, bro. You know, like just using me for example, I don't like him, but I'm never one to diminish like his greatness. Right. I know how I'm not a fucking idiot. Like you know what I mean? Like we're not just because I don't like him. It doesn't mean like I don't realize how sick he is and how sick he's been. I know. Right. You know what I mean? Right. I don't have to like him.
But and it's like, but I don't know. I just think it's funny too. Like I was talking to, I've had so many conversations with Squanto, you know, about this. And like literally, I was like going back and forth with him the other day, and he literally goes, "Yo, honestly, I think I just get tight because you like him so much."
Dude, that's probably a lot. That's funny, bro. Well, dude, I remember in college, like when I first met you, bro, at Eastern, like, and because you know, I'm the big Kobe guy that I am, and so like the first time Barnes started, you know, talking about that conversation, I was fucking heated, bro. I had to leave the room, and then I was like, bro, I'm not having this conversation ever again, dude. Right? But like, dude, it's stupid. Oh yeah, I'm always gonna say Kobe's the greatest, and you know, people are gonna say LeBron's the greatest. People say Michael's the greatest.
Yeah.
So it's subjective. Yeah. Or what? That's subjective or objective?
I think it's subjective. Yeah, subjective. Yeah, because objective, you'd be objecting to it. So yeah, just I mean, we could have a whole. We're overdue for a special on that, but it'll be coming soon. Definitely, just some basketball debates. And we did see the Knicks return to the winner's circle, 96-88 over the Wolves. Definitely, obviously, a low-scoring game here, and they were aided by the 3-ball here. 16 made 3-pointers, shooting 40%. So that really helped them out on a night where you didn't have a lot of high-scoring totals. Randall had 13 and 15, but Mitchell Robinson has really been coming on strong the last 2 games.
Yeah,
14 points, 18 rebounds. Are you surprised how well he's played the last couple of games, Mike?
No, I've been expecting this from him, dude. Especially his 3rd year, and then he was out a good amount of last year, so he didn't really get to do as much as he wanted to in the lineup. But yeah, he's looking comfortable finally again.
And like moving forward, like you long term, like you want him to be their starting center.
Yeah, dude, he's 23.
Yeah,
he's the most athletic center in the league right now.
Yeah,
Kentucky boy too.
Like he's dope. Quiet Southern
got a lot
boy.
of talent, dude. I hope they let him shine. I hope they put him out there.
And imagine if he gets somewhat of a jump shot too, like offensively, like he expands. Like he's got to learn from Dwight. Like don't just be one dimensional your whole career. Work on your craft. I think that's what he needs to do.
And he doesn't have to be crazy. Just hit the catch and shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Al Horford-esque.
Yeah. No, that's a perfect example. One thing too, I don't like seeing here is like, why is Obi getting 11 minutes, but Taj Gibson's getting 16? Like, I don't know. I feel like every time Obi's in, he's dunking on an alley-oop.
I know, it's between his legs.
Yeah,
I don't know. He loves his old fucking Chicago Bulls players. If he could, he'd have Luol Deng and fucking Joakim playing.
Come out of retirement.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I would like to see him get some more run for sure. But
just what an obvious.
He's still got the contract
for the Lakers, dude.
It's kind of like Bobby Bonilla day.
Yeah, I loved Luol Deng though. He was so awesome.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah. Bro, you know what's funny too, Mike? I always thought of him because that connection with Fairfield U, bro. Because his cousin is Deng Guy.
Yeah,
Deng Guy got drafted.
Yeah, and then he went. Yeah, and then
played for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in the league for like 2 seconds. That was cool. I always thought that was dope.
Yeah,
and I also thought that remember how they used to bring in guest speakers during the week? I was like, dude, they're gonna get Luol Deng. They're gonna get Luol Deng. Never got Luol Deng.
Oh, I can't believe they didn't.
I know, right?
One question for you fellas that is something I just really need help understanding. So like last night, for instance, the Wolves in this game, they lose by 8, and they shoot 7 of 35 from 3-point range, 18.4%. What is the actual thought process though that you can't just be very high percentage on your 2-point shots and defeat a 3-point shooting team? Why is everyone so hesitant to try that?
Twos?
Yeah,
because it's analytics.
But where do the analytics show when you shoot 17%, 20%, 30%, and you're shooting 60% on your twos? I just, you know what I mean? Like,
what are we talking about?
Just the mindset of the NBA that you can't. You have
to be
win
so
on twos. Reliant on threes that you can't be big in the paint and especially on mid-range jumpers.
Since Steph's been in the league, obviously, he hit his 3,000th career 3-pointer last night, by the way. But that dude, that hits a lot of that's from Steph, dude. He changed the game.
Yeah,
the 3-pointer is now, if you can make more 3-pointers than the other team, then you're probably going to win. That's probably the mindset.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like you can't do that every night.
I know, but that's why it's beat.
But
that's why analytics are beat.
But it's basically the same thing as what we deal with baseball. It's the same exact thing. Because obviously you guys don't agree with it, right? That you have to do it. You have to bomb
analytics,
40 3-pointers a game.
How do analytics have a place in basketball of all sports?
Yeah.
You could shoot the lights out the one night, and then literally you have a day game not even 24 hours later, and
you
suck.
Yeah.
Or even if it's like two, the next game, if it's 2 games, if you have a break in between games,
because you say because it's Steph Curry, but it's like there's only one Steph Curry. Not everybody has a Steph Curry.
Exactly. So it's like, how can we cast this sheet of analytics on everybody when it's such an individualized?
And NBA is always like that though, dude. They always fucking go too heavy on something like bigs. They were heavy on bigs, for a while.
Yep.
Right.
Centers were if you didn't have a big center,
you were fucked.
You're never gonna win.
Yeah.
Because I just and this kind of actually goes into the last game from last night. We're gonna take a look at here, and I actually watched this thing start to finish. had the Sixers here, so it was nice to see them win. And Embiid just dominated every time he got the ball down low. He was able to just put it up. I mean, it seems like he could just literally drop it in the basket.
Embiid.
Mm-hmm. 36 points, 11 rebounds, and it's just like I still just don't get it. I know if you shoot more 3-pointers, but if you're making those easy layups every single time, isn't that going to add to more points than these threes? You're not going to make 23s in a row.
I know. It's just dumb.
Like, it pisses you off, kind of, right?
I don't like the 3-point game too much. Like, it's
and you think we'll see somewhat of a reversal?
They need to bring back hand checking, Brian.
Yeah. You think that's the key to everything? Or what about the 3-line backer? You don't even need to do that.
No. Yeah, you could maybe, but first the hand checking.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what happens with this. But, like, dude, remember, like, with hand checking, the defense can dictate the offense for once.
Right.
It hasn't happened in 30 years.
And at least I do like to see, and I've mentioned this before, they're really letting stuff go so much more this year. Like, watching last night.
Physicality-wise,
Where's
the call?
And I'm like so happy about it.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with the flags in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's just the best when you go a long time without the whistle blow.
My whole thing with the refs is like, let them play first 3 and then let them know, hey, we're going to call some stuff a little tighter in the 4th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it that hard?
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Like, let them find a rhythm. And then in the 4th, make the right calls. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like,
but they need to bring the hand check back.
Oh yeah, I would love that. The physicality is the best. Like I was saying though, Sixers 114, Raptors 109. Like I said, Embiid dominated. Harris 19, 12, and 10, even though he didn't have a good shooting performance from the field, and they made a lot of 3-pointers, 14 makes, 46% there. George's Niang, a guy to watch out for. I want to say he had 6 3-pointers last night. He was just hitting them from the corner. That's an underrated guy. You don't hear much about, and he was a star at Iowa State under Fred Hoiberg, and really hasn't carved out a role in the NBA, but getting an opportunity here with the Raptors and or the Sixers, and performing well. And just looking at this team, I mean, just because Embiid is that good, I know Harris can be good. I like Steph Curry. It's like, make that Simmons deal now, because I really think this Sixers team can change the narrative. And it's like, this is your window. This is your window with Embiid being one of the best players in the league. And I just think you have to thoroughly take advantage of it. And right now, they're not doing that by wasting a guy like Simmons, not playing him, not trading him. You got to do something for sure. And then, on the Raptors side, they got Siakam back. His first game off COVID, 28 points. And then Boucher, 28 points, 19 rebounds. I had no idea that he could perform like that. I just figured, he's just like a backup. I thought that was an impressive line.
Showed you, Barnes.
Really did. But Sixers get the win. And then a few games from tonight, fellas. First one, the Knicks, second game of a back-to-back here on the road in Detroit against the 5-27 Pistons. Knicks 6.5-point favorites here. Now their record 16-18. This one 7:00 on MSG. Now going into a game like this where the Knicks, are clearly expected to win, Michael, is there any part of you that's worried about a letdown spot here in Detroit on the second game of back-to-back? Or you think the time is now? You have to take advantage of the opportunity?
This is we've won 4 in a row or 3.
I think it's 3.
So this is for 4. Yeah. Like those, let it keep going. We're on a road trip. We've won 1 in Minnesota. Took care of business there. I'm guaranteeing you, Thibs is saying just take care of business.
Yeah.
And that means beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Mm-hmm. Like the teams that we're better than, don't even lose.
Right.
The other teams, all right, we'll see what happens. Let's just take those game by game, but take care of business on this road trip. So I really have no problems. And I think we're going to be, heading in nicely into the All-Star break, in the future, in February.
Yeah,
we'll be
500.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking like 4th, 5th seed.
Yeah, which is obviously would be a great spot to be in,
especially how we started, a little rugged.
Yeah, and I would expect to see some more scoring tonight too. But I agree with you. I do expect them to win it. Just look it up too. I mean, the schedule is pretty manageable. You look at the games coming up: Detroit tonight, Oklahoma City, Toronto, Indiana, 2 with Boston, San Antonio. So I mean, those are all teams that you have a pretty good shot of winning. against. Crazy too, Boston, that that'll be I think the season series against them already in January. Kind of a unbalanced schedule there, against someone in the division, but I guess that's just how they had to do it. Matthew, are you in agreement here? Knicks handily over the Pistons tonight?
Yeah, I would say so, dude. I think the Knicks will get this will be a back-to-back win for them, off in the right direction. They'll get a game within 500, and dude, Detroit, not a very good team. Obviously, Cade Cunningham is going to be a beast. He's been playing well this rookie campaign of his. But I like the Knicks tonight, dude. I think this is the start of a little bit of a winning streak, perhaps. They got to take advantage of who they play, dude. You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And, dude, the Knicks should win this game tonight. And I think it's going to be a big game from Julius Randle.
Yeah, he's due for
30 and 15 tonight for Randle. And I'm going to take the Knicks, dude, 112 to 98.
And I'm going to say 117-89.
Should we mark these in the picks?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 115-92.
Okay. Next one, we got the 15 and 18 Hawks, who just got Trae Young back, sent Bogdanovich to the protocol, though. Visiting the Bulls, 21 and 10 here, 8.5-point home favorites. 8 o'clock NBA League Pass. Caruso and Lonzo still out. But as we've seen over the past few nights, that hasn't been a problem for the Bulls if they have continued their winning ways. The one thing I will say, though, 8.5 is a tough number to cover. So they might fall short of covering that, but I think they easily win this by, I guess, 6. But let's say 120 to 114 Bulls over the Hawks tonight. What do you think about your squad tonight, Matthew, against Trae Young and the fellas?
A little home and away action here, dude, for us. So we smacked them the other night, and great team effort. All the guys were in starting 5 were in high double digits, dude. Mm-hmm. At least like 18, at least 18 points, except for Jackson, but whatever. So, dude, we got to keep it rolling. We're playing really well. I can't wait to get Caruso back. We're still missing him. He's still dealing with a little bit of a nagging. I forget what the injury is off the top of my head.
Yeah, geez, I don't know if it was his ankle, but
so we'll be without him again tonight. But dude, I really look for DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine to. I don't even want to say carry the team because everybody else is playing so well too. Mm-hmm. But it's nice to have 2 main guys like that can score really at will. And DeRozan, we all know this year's been a fucking mid-range assassin.
Right.
All right. So I mean, dude, and then LaVine plays above the rim.
Yeah.
And he can shoot threes, and he's just all around. What a great player. A lot of great athleticism on the team. And dude, we're just gonna continue to roll. And we smacked Atlanta last night. They're nowhere near as good as us, and we smack them again tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna go 118 to 85.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely.
We have the doc too. I don't know if you.
Yeah. I could enter it in
just because I don't have my laptop.
Yeah. I'll enter it in after. And then the last game we're gonna take a look at here. Lakers 17 and 18. After the win last night, visiting Memphis, take on the Grizzlies 21 and 14. And the line for this one is set at -4.5 for the Grizzlies. And obviously, Lakers, still being a little shorthanded here with a couple guys on COVID. AD obviously being out, tough spot on the road, back to back. So of course, you're gonna say all signs, would point to Memphis here. But I just think, you have to look at situations, and obviously the Lakers, of course, right now feel a little desperate, feel like they really need to right the ship. And obviously righting the ship, I mean, you kind of start from 500 and work your way back. And I think that's the situation that the Lakers find themselves in, that you win this game and then you kind of just go from there. And I feel like they are going to do that. And just like many games this year, and even as we saw against a far less superior team like the Rockets last night, it's not easy, and it won't be easy tonight, and they might be down early. But I just think you're going to see another, as Tony would say, heroic performance from LeBron. I say another 30-point triple-double. And, I think he'll have some help. Monk, I wouldn't be surprised if he had another big game. And obviously key for them, Russ, just stay in control. Don't take the crazy shots. I mean, last night, 10 of 17. We'll take that every night of the week. We just can't have a 5 for 21 because then you absolutely have no shot for a team that has struggles to score at times. We need Melo. But I'm going to say, total is pretty high here. I think it's set at 227. So I'm going to say it's going to go under that. But the Lakers are going to win this 110, 107. And pull away within the last minute and defeat Memphis here.
Dude, well, the Grizzlies are a tough team, bro, and they gave we previewed it last night.
Oh, they beat Phoenix.
Yeah, they beat Phoenix.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna roll with Memphis, bro. I think they got a little momentum going. It's a nice win. Being Phoenix is like literally the best team, with them and the Warriors, two best teams in the league. And John Morant, bro, I think he's gonna put the Grizzlies on his back tonight. He's very, very, very capable of doing. He's done it over and over again. I mean, I love the way he plays. High flyer, very athletic. Runs the floor very well. Very passionate, dude, obviously. So this is an interesting matchup, dude, because you got the young squad in the Grizzlies versus the old heads in the Lakers. Obviously, now the Lakers sprinkle in a little youth with Monk and, if Taylor Horton Tucker can get it together. But this is going to be a close battle, dude. And I'm actually going to go with Memphis on this one, dude. 116 to 110.
Okay.
I think LeBron will carry the load for the Lakers, but I don't think it'll be enough to get it done because I think the Grizzlies, as a collective, will be more. It'll play better than LeBron's solo performance. LeBron won't be able to get it done on his own tonight.
Michael, any surprise from you here with the Grizzlies or the Lakers, or just chalk it up for you, baby?
For who? Lakers?
No, for the Grizzlies.
Oh, no, Lakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that does surprise me. Letdown spot for Memphis after beating the Suns.
Phoenix. Exactly. And LeBron, Mission, Melo game winner, 115-113.
Wow. I have to say, that actually roused me up. I even put it in my notes
So
that
we
you
got-
took the Grizzlies.
We got a little parody.
Yeah.
I took Memphis.
I know. I heard.
I love it, Michael.
I like it. I could see Memphis winning though too, Matt. Honestly, John Morant is that fucking good.
No, it'll be a good game.
And I love Jackson too.
But like Mike said, dude, and kind of what I was just alluding to, LeBron be on a mission per usual. He's always on a mission.
Yeah. Remember that video I showed you of the guy that he's like the Lakers are the worst, the most embarrassing.
Yeah.
This dude is so funny. He's like, look at LeBron, 97 years old, still carrying a basketball team. It's just crazy. He's like, everybody on the Lakers should be fired. This is embarrassing, except Melo. Melo can stay.
That's funny.
That dude is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be some fun games to watch. So, we'll see what happens. But let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come. Kevin, what a save by Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
All right. So hockey did return last night. We did have 3 games and a lot of scoring. And I think, that might have been a result of, these players, this long break and you're just being excited to be out there. So the Lightning actually struggle with the Canadiens and they didn't have Vasilevsky in net. So obviously that was a big part of it, but they do win 6-5 in overtime. I think they were down 3-1 in the third or the beginning of the end of the second. But nevertheless, they get the job done there. We saw the Knights drop 6 on Jonathan Quick and the Kings. So 6-3 victory for the Knights as they improved to 21 wins on the season. And we saw the Sharks struggle with the Coyotes, obviously, well known as one of the worst teams in the league. This one went to a shootout in 8-7. I mean, one of the highest
dude,
scoring games I've ever seen.
Crazy.
But they do win in the shootout. So the Sharks don't have the embarrassing loss.
The Sharks, dude.
And
you picked them right yesterday.
I picked the Lightning actually. And I didn't even know Vasilevsky was in that. But I did pick the Sharks, just like saying like, they're playing like type of thing. So finally, we get our squad back. The New York Rangers return to the ice tonight, Matthew, against the Florida Panthers. And I just wanted to pull up here what we had in terms of people out, but Gorgachev, it says, is on IR. Rooney, Lindgren, and Tianordi I see out, but I thought I had heard something about Shesterkin being out, but I don't see it on the injury report now. So hopefully he'll play here. I mean, Florida comes into this 18-7-4 and a really good record at home, 14-3. So of course it's a tough spot for the Rangers, but they've done well in tough spots all season. 11-4-2 on the road this year. So you'll take that any day of the week. So when you look at this, I mean, obviously long layoffs are tough, and especially we know the stretch of teams that the Rangers have to play here. Do you think this is going to be an absolute battle here in an uphill battle for the Rangers, or do you feel like they have the better team than Florida, despite Florida technically having a better win percentage and obviously doing well?
It's gonna be a hell of a matchup too. But I'm obviously biased. This will sound, but going with the Rangers. I think that we have great momentum. We've been playing really well, and I know Florida has as well. They got off to the great start, 11-1 when the season started. So they're obviously a solid squad as well. But I just think Rangers are itching to get back out there, dude. Adam Fox, bro, the beast that he is. So much young talent on the Rangers, despite obviously missing a few key guys tonight. Excited to get back out in action. New York Rangers. Are we at the Garden or where are we?
Florida.
We're in Florida. Yeah, we're down in Florida, warm weather.
Yeah.
Think
Goose will be at the game?
No.
He's a Rangers fan, right?
Oh, big dude.
Yeah.
Huge. I wish he was up here. He would come on and give a whole
about
Rangers
the Rangers.
Him and Tony, and wanted to be a good time. One day we will.
Yeah.
But going with the Rangers tonight, dude. 4-3. Third period, they're gonna get that fourth goal with like 2 minutes left.
Christopher or no?
Chris Kreider.
Yeah, dude, amazing this year. Did you ever think like are you surprised like as well as he's played? Like I know he's always been good, but it seems like this year it's like he's an all-star. He's one of the better players in the league. He's scoring so much more than he usually has.
Yeah, it's crazy too because he's the only one left out of that whole other Rangers cast of characters that was there like 2014, 2015 when they had that run. Went deep into the playoffs, got the Stanley Cup. 2014. So he's the only one that he was like the young guy then, you know?
Right.
And now, dude, he's still there out of that whole crew. So he's been there and he's tasted it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think that his presence as a lifetime Ranger there, and he's only 30.
Yeah.
I think that he kind of is honing in on that fact, and he's so
fucking fast on the ice, dude.
Yeah.
He looks you could tell he's better than everyone.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. And I'm not a hockey guy, but I watch him and I'm like, dude, who's this dude? And Tony's like, the dude you're talking about? I'm like, yeah, Kreider.
Yeah.
He's a fucking beast.
So I'm with you though. I say the Rangers here will get the job done. Losing 3 out of 4 before the break, so they want to right the ship. But I'm going to say 5-2. They get the win in Florida, a place that they've played well in the past. And just be nice to see them start this post Christmas break with a W. And then just as we like to do, one pick here, Matthew. And I have the full slate up for you.
Let me see the slate.
What do you see as your lock of the night?
Okay. DTV match lock of the night is going to be the Kraken versus the Flyers, dude. I'm rolling with Seattle, bro. I like their color scheme for their uniforms, dude. They look good, and not a big Philly guy at all. You know what I mean? Don't appreciate it as a sports city. Nice to go visit every now and then, but Flyers not going to get done tonight, dude. Kraken going to come in and they're going to get it done tonight, dude, against Philly. It's going to be a 4-1 victory for the Seattle Kraken over the Philadelphia Flyers.
All right. I like that pick. Kraken 10-17 this year, but the Flyers been very up and down, obviously firing their coach and just hard to really take them on the road here. So I definitely agree with you on that one. My pick, I know I've picked them a lot before, so somewhere Tony's smiling, but I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers here over the St. Louis Blues. And obviously Oilers, I think they lost 6 in a row at one point before this break, and winning the last 2 though against Columbus and Seattle. And we've said all year, I mean, they're too good to lose that many games, and they're one of the better teams in the league. And we know all about Draisaitl, your reigning NHL MVP. So I expect him and McDavid to have big games here. And of course, St. Louis, another good team at home. But give me Edmonton 6-4 in a high-scoring affair here, and give me 2 apiece for Draisaitl and McDavid. And Edmonton will continue their climb back to where they were in the beginning of the season as having one of the better records in the National Hockey League. So I'm pumped to watch some hockey tonight. Let's just say that.
Too, dude.
But other than that, fellas, anything on the way out?
Not today.
Yeah.
No, man.
Great
Just
show,
looking
though.
forward
Yeah,
to it.
absolutely. I love the basketball, the Madden conversation.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Everybody go watch the Madden documentary.
Yes, please watch that.
Everybody go rewatch this episode if you didn't catch it live.
Rewatch this episode.
Live.
Watch the DTV year in review, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, it's great.
Get some more merch at downtimetv.com.
Yep.
Check out all our other episodes on our YouTube page and keep commenting, liking, subscribing. Matthew.
Twitter, Instagram, Downtime TV, Facebook. Follow everything.
You're our bloodline.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline.